Hey, what's going on YouTube? Isaac here. Wanted to give you a tabletop look at this new knife from SOG. This is the ithtjxi 3. So as you can imagine, there were some preceding itchtjxi models that came before this, but this is the new and improved itchtjxi 3. Look at this nice satin finish drop point blade. It is 3 inches in length, and they used 154 cm steel for this new version here. And as you can see, manufactured in China. Now this knife is extremely lightweight, just 2.6 ounces. We've got a satin finished aluminum frame here and like a copper colored pivot screw and dual thumb studs. Fits really nicely in my hand, and it came with a razor sharp edge. There, you can see we got some nice shaved hair there from the back of my hand. It's actually got some liners in there as well to give it some added strength, but as I said, guys, still only 2.5 ounces. It's assisted opening. We got flipper and of course the thumb studs. The flipper tab is really subdued, not like a lot of flipper tabs on knives that I have in my collection, and has a very smooth opening. And liner lock, very easy to close, very smooth. This is, I should call this the smooth instead of the itchtjxi maybe. Really nice. As I said earlier, if you didn't catch it, blade is 3.1 inches, satin finished. SOG currently sells this on their website for $79.95. So please check out the link in the description, take you right to the SOG website where you can find this. If you don't like this color, you're in luck because they come in a couple other different color variations. So they probably have the knife for you. When I'm recording this, Father's Day is coming up, so this knife would make an excellent Father's Day gift for anybody. You know, it's not a large tactical folder, just a nice sleek carry for everyday tasks. So I just want to bring out a few comparisons and talk to you about one major thing that SOG really did well on this model knife. So I'm bringing out the Buck 110 just as a size comparison because everybody's seen this knife somewhere in their lives. You know, even if you're not a knife person, you've probably seen this knife at Walmart or wherever. So as you can see, you know, itchtjxi 3 here is a bit smaller than that. So size comparison here, and here's one I want to talk about from SOG. This is the Flash AT-XR. Again, much bigger knife. This is a 3.4 inch blade, and it's just, I mean, it's just a larger profile, and of course, at least twice as heavy. So, one thing that SOG likes to do on their assisted opening knives is put a locking mechanism. And I'm going to bring one other SOG folder out here to show. So this is the Trident Elite. No, it's discontinued. They have newer iterations of this. But this has a lock here for the assisted opening on the side of the knife. So you depress that switch there down, and you cannot deploy the knife. Switch it up. I'm not sure if the lighting allows you, but there's a red there, you know, red for fire, and the blade comes right out. Then a few years ago, SOG moved their assisted opening lock to the top of the knife on this little switch here. So you can see this is locked. I cannot deploy this blade, but push forward and you see the red dot here to fire it out. And it's nice to have it here on the top, you know, easier access for, you know, opening that with your thumb than on the side. But you have this thing sticking up all the time, and it's kind of awkward. This is an awesome knife design, but it's just weird having this thing sticking up. No matter if it's, you know, ready to deploy or you have this end sticking up for locked. Now, it is a little fun to play with and fidget around, but it's just weird. Now, it doesn't bother you when you're doing cutting tasks, because it really sinks into the meat of your hand right here. So it's just there. Now, if you are so inclined, I suppose you could take this apart and just remove it and not have a locking mechanism, but I keep it there. Now, this improvement here is this also has a lock, but it is, you know, about 90% flush with the handle of the knife. You hardly even know it's there. So right now this blade, oh, I thought I pushed it up to lock, but so push it up there. Actually, okay, here's what happened. I think, you know, it is locked, so it's not going to just deploy in your pocket, but if you press down with the flipper hard enough, it pops on out. Okay, there we go. That's kind of cool. So you do have safety mechanisms here that make it like a really long pull, like on a double action firearm. So you really got to depress down hard on that flipper tab to deploy that if it's up in the locked position. So even more innovation than I originally thought. So you're not gonna, let me see if I can deploy that with the thumb studs. Okay, it does come open, but as you saw, it did not fly open like it would if it was unlocked. So you really have to push it. Really had to push hard to get that open. So it's not going to deploy accidentally. This Trident Elite, just one time though, did accidentally deploy in my pocket. I had it unlocked and it did deploy in my pocket. I was uninjured, so no big deal. But it was because I didn't have it clipped. I had it down in my pocket in a pair of gym shorts. So it was a bit awkward to get out of my pocket because the blade was like half deployed. So it's like to pull it out and have that spring, you know, kind of fly open while I'm pulling it out of my pants was interesting, we'll say. But I do really like this new locking mechanism. Or maybe we shouldn't even call it a lock. It's more of a, would you call it a safety? Or deployment subduer? Because you do have to push down very hard to move this switch back. And I think it's perfectly fine to carry without having that locked. But anyways, guys, this is the SOG Twitch 3. Really cool, awesome carry. You know, somebody who goes to an office or something needs something, you know, that looks good, gentlemanly, and all that, this is the knife for you. So hope you enjoyed this. Again, check out the link in the description, take you to the SOG website. Once you go there and you're not a regular visitor or not signed in to their site or anything, you'll probably get a pop-up message to put in your email address for 10% off. So go for it and get yourself a Twitch 3.